Hey Rosebuds, it's your girl Nairi Rose, and I am back with another episode featuring a very special guest. I'm with my girl Tijhera, and we're just gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I recently met Tijhera at an event, and she basically was telling me about her life, and I was like, girl, I gotta get you on this podcast. It was just like boom, boom, bam, bam, bam. So with that being said, I want to kind of go back in the starting point of our conversation. I just want to talk about what it means to you to be sexy, because we met at a lingerie party. And I am not going to lie, I was so nervous because I'm like, a lingerie party? I said, I don't know if I could wear that. But I'm still going to show up. And there you were. You was turned up. You looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
And being that we're both mothers, what does it mean to be sexy?
Oh, that's hard because, like when you become a mom, your body transforms in so many different ways, whether it's good, whether it's bad. When I became a mom, I lost a lot of weight. So I had to regain my weight. And then, I don't know, it was just like, you know what? You need to embrace the skin that you're in. And I'm just comfortable with every,
Was that something that was
going on.
instilled in you as a child, is just being confident and showing up? Or did you have to teach yourself that?
I had to teach myself because when I was in school, I was always skinny. So, everybody wants to have the skinny jokes,
Yeah.
So I went through that a lot, and I wore glasses and I was quiet. So it was a lot. So I didn't get teased to a bullying degree, but a little bit. People used to, make the skinny jokes or whatever. And then as I got older, I went through things after my marriage. I kind of started to rediscover myself and fall in love with me all over again. So it just kind of happened like that.
It's crazy how school can humble you, especially elementary, because I was all types of African booty scratchers. I'm not gonna lie, the kids are cutthroat.
Very.
And so I could see that, being that you grew up kind of having your physique.
Yeah.
But when you become a mom, it's you get that body. And so you watch your body kind of transform and things of that nature. Definitely. Now, being that, where are you from?
I'm from Gardena, California.
Yay, I love that. Okay, so you're a Cali girl at heart.
I am.
And I feel like us
Very
Cali
much.
girls, we have a natural glow about us.
It's just something.
It's just something in the water. But we have to maintain the glow because of what we go through. And we go through so much, we don't even realize it. So you kind of touched on it. You said you were married, and you are now divorced. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So kind of walk us through that journey of just having to, you find the one, you get married, which is a huge thing.
We're just gonna say it just wasn't our time. I don't want to, seem really harsh or rude, but he didn't really take marriage seriously. So I feel like he kind of let everybody else around him influence him to be somebody he wasn't, which caused a lot of infidelity, because you feel because they're doing it, but they're not married with a family at home, So I feel like that's just where it took a turn. But everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. And we see it more so. People are kind of okay with not being married.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure that comes with marriage that we don't talk about really. At least I don't think in the Black community.
Yeah.
Or at least you see marriage, or I've seen it with my grandparents. But then when it comes to me being raised, I was raised by a single parent.
Yeah.
So even in my own marriage, it's tough.
Yeah.
So I applaud you for being able to say, this is not working out for me.
Yeah, it's certain things that, I feel like could have been worked through, but the infidelity led to a child. So going through what I went through, when I found out I was pregnant with my youngest child, so I was pregnant with somebody else, and this is something that my husband, who I was married to, so I think it was kind of a deal breaker, because to be with somebody is to accept everything that comes with them. And I couldn't accept that child at 100%. And I didn't feel like it was right to feel any type of way towards this child, or not be able to give that full love because of my hurt. So it's like, in order for me to not, change who I am as a person and become a nasty person because of my personal emotions, I just kind of like, left the situation alone because it was better for me.
I commend you for that. Not everybody can be on there, Alicia Keys with the blended family. Yeah. And I know, like, she really advocates for that.
Before me is one thing.
Yeah.
During me, our daughters are 2 months apart.
Oh my goodness.
Like it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's just like, but.
And I feel like there's such a double standard with men and women.
Absolutely.
It's like, if we do it, off with our heads.
No, for real. It's like, y'all can do it.
I'm tired of it. And then it's like, when y'all do it, we're supposed to take them back or be empathetic. Things happen. Men are different.
Yeah.
And it's just like, are y'all different, or is just y'all lack control? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with somebody who's not that mature. So I appreciate you sharing that viewpoint.
Absolutely.
And just to keep things rolling, you told me, or you expressed to me, because my podcast is about people who have trauma and are trying to heal. And I think that's so difficult. And there's this stigma that, Black people, we don't go seek out therapy.
Right.
Which is something that I'm looking towards doing. But also speaking it out and not keeping it stored, because I'm really good at keeping silent. But I have to express it. Now, I was talking to you and you said you were recovering from a car accident.
Right.
And I really resonated with that because I was in a really bad car accident that I haven't really talked about, to where I had just had a baby and I got into a car accident and my head split open 6 inches. And having 2 kids and having to heal from that and thinking like you're not going to make it, it's I don't even know how to describe. But being that I'm still here and trying to embrace my flaws, I appreciate the fact that I was able to push through.
Right.
Now, on your circumstance, you were in a car accident. Can you kind of just tell me, like, the beforehand, before you even got into the car accident, like, what was going on in your life?
Like that day, or just
in general, like maybe that day. Let's focus it on the day, because it was a heavy day for you.
Yeah. So it was my cousin's 1-year death anniversary. He died in a motorcycle accident. So we went to the site where he passed away. We were all gathering for candlelight. So we were all just getting ready to release balloons. We were in the process of speaking. And a drunk driver drove through the crowd of us. 4 of us got hit. So
that's crazy. You showed me the video.
Yeah.
That was crazy, because I'm like, did she know that she did that? And like, she hit not just you, but she hit multiple people.
Yeah.
Right?
It was a pretty large crowd. So I mean, well, they said she was intoxicated, so that makes a lot of sense. But I'm like, you had to have seen this large amount of people. It's not like it was just 2 people standing there or 3 people. It was a large amount of people. So I would say 40 plus.
Right.
It was huge, So she drove through the crowd of us.
Wow. And sometimes there's an argument that, like, when people are drunk, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is true? Because I know that there are situations where, maybe I've been intoxicated, but I don't ever recall being blackout drunk, you know, especially if you operate in a vehicle.
That's where self-control comes in. I feel like every individual knows their limits. I feel like when you had too much. However, if you know, like, okay, I had too much, like with myself, if I feel like I'm doing something, I'm going to drink water. I'm going to encourage everybody around me to drink water. At a certain time, you're going to stop. Hey, do you drink that water? Like, it's just certain things. I'm the type of person in the club, I'm chasing my liquor with water.
Got it.
So I'm like, it's going to flush it out. It's not going to, take it away, but it'll make it better. But I feel like a lot of people should know their limits, and some people just
don't.
They just don't care. It's just,
what
they
we
just
call them crash outs.
Yeah.
So literally, and she crashed right into you. Now, what was the damage that she did when she hit you?
So I had a hairline fracture in my neck. My knee was sprained. My wrist was sprained. So it was a tough little,
That's tough.
I was in a neck brace for 6 weeks. I couldn't go to work. pretty much couldn't take care of myself.
And that was the first time that you have been in a state like that?
Yes.
To where you couldn't really take care of yourself?
Yes.
And see, for a woman not being able to take care of herself, your world falls apart.
And I'm very independent. So
right.
it's like,
I can see that.
I'm like, I was going crazy. You know, the factor of people having to help me was driving me insane. Like, I just couldn't do it. It was just, it was mentally a lot.
Yeah, it's probably still something that you have to think about and process.
Yeah, because, you know, sometimes people be like, oh, I don't know if people believe in PTSD. But sometimes, like, for the first few months, I would close my eyes and I would hear us screaming, and I would hear the impact of that car, you know, and I would be like, you know, it was a lot, because I'm like, I've never been through nothing like that. And I'm like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff that people have to go through because of the consequences of others, you know.
I'm so glad you said that, because sometimes you think that you're doing or dealing with things alone.
Yeah.
And when you said that, hearing the trauma replay in your head, I had to deal with that. And that was hard.
Yeah.
And the harder part is being around people who don't understand that you're in pain. I mean, they might see, you know, the neck brace, or they might see the stitches. Yeah. But then it's kind of just like the mental aspect. At least from my perspective, when I was in a car accident, I developed panic attacks. Really badly, to the point where I was going to the ER. Like, something is wrong.
I definitely
can. And I was like,
that.
It might not look like something wrong, but something is wrong, to where I went too much and the doctor yelled at me. Yeah. He said, what's your problem? We got people really dying in here. There's nothing wrong with you. Yeah. And that was the start of my mental health journey.
Yeah. I used to hear cars, like, I could be outside. I used to hear cars behind me, and I instantly used to, like, get scared.
Yep.
Like, for a while, I didn't let my kids go anywhere.
Right.
And they used to get so mad with me, like, Mom, can we walk home? Can we? And I'm like, no.
Right.
And I'm like, you see what happened to me? I was literally just standing somewhere.
Right.
And I got hit by a car, and I had to tell myself, like, you can't make them suffer because something that happened to you. Yes. You know, like, you can't just shield them, or
because I'm not trying to punish you.
Yeah, I'm like, they didn't do anything wrong. So it's like, oh man.
Okay, so then you get into your accident, you're healing, you're at the doctor's, obviously.
Yeah.
And at some point you get some news, like.
Yeah, so they examined me, they ran tests, I had to get a CAT scan, like, full body. I didn't understand why. They gave me contrast, and they're like, oh, well, it's gonna light up your organs. And I'm like, for a car accident?
Right, I forget what it's called.
I'm like, am I bleeding? Something? What's going on? So long story short, in the process of that, I found out I had kidney cancer. So in my head, I'm thinking they're like, oh, it's a possibility, right? So I'm like, all right, you know, not taking it in that, no, they're actually telling you, like, we found a mass on your kidney, you have cancer, you know? So I'm like, okay. So they're talking to me like, okay, you need to make an appointment with the urologist. So everything is like, it's just hitting at once.
Right.
It's like,
how do you even process that?
Like, I was just at a candlelight, like, now I'm hearing you telling me I have cancer, like, crazy.
It is crazy. So. Do you ever think that everything? No, that's the whole point. And crying is healing. I don't know why people be sleeping on crying. You don't have to be so hard. And as Black women, we are taught and trained to just be tough all the time. Yeah. And sometimes you gotta lean into just you. You gotta lean into your peace. You have to lean into the fact that you are a survivor. It's not about being strong and tough, but it's just acknowledging the fact that, dang, I've been through boom, 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 and I am still here. You still have a purpose. And that's why, even though I'm a homebody, I do like to go outside, because I can't stand people. I can't stand them. It just seems like they're getting worse and worse. But when I see a light, and I'm like, okay, I gotta talk to her, or I gotta engage with her, because it's the energy and feel it, and it's not like a demonic thing or anything like that. It's just, once you reach, I don't know if it's an age, or I don't know if it's a certain trauma, but you just start feeling, you know, a connection on a deeper level. So you find out that you have this diagnosis.
Yeah.
All the while you are healing from this accident. What do you like? What take me through that, because are they immediately like stage X, Y, and Z? Are they like you need to do chemo? Like,
so basically, we just I had a doctor's appointment. I had to follow up with the urologist. So they scheduled my appointment with the urologist. So I went, and they basically, so I'm just, waiting for them to like, let me know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So they come in there, and then she's talking to me, but she just nonchalantly just sits the box of tissue there, and I'm like,
girl, bye. Yeah, I know.
I'm like, what's going on? I'm
Right.
thinking, like I was going to have to like get some serious tests or whatever. And she basically came in like, yeah, like she's like, it's probably, she's like 98% of the people who like have a mass on their kidney, it's cancer, So I'm thinking she was going to tell me like I had to do tests,
Right.
When you think of cancer, you think like, okay, I got to get a biopsy.
Yeah,
like,
you think of everything.
So I'm not thinking that I'm going to walk into this appointment and, the whole time I already knew I had cancer. I guess I was in denial, I didn't want that to be my reality, if it made sense. It's like, why is this happening to me? But I guess it was the perfect timing. I guess I needed to get hit by that car, because I wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't have known.
Yeah. So basically I just had to, she told me, so I just had to go, get more scans and MRIs and everything. And then I found out like after the MRIs and stuff that I was stage 2.
So it was lower level.
Yeah, but it was progressing.
Okay.
So by the time I ended up getting surgery, the tumor was 10 centimeters.
What?
So it was pretty big.
Oh my gosh, that is huge.
Yeah. So from the time I found out to then, it was progressing.
Did you get to keep your kidney?
No.
You did not?
When I had surgery, September 17th last year, they took the tumor out, and I lost my left kidney.
Right. You're speaking like you're a bright person, and I just want to say thank you, because I know this is a lot and it's heavy, but sometimes the accident brings awareness to something, and you're like, dang, why did I have to go through this? But it was for a reason.
Yeah.
And just circling back, when I had my car accident, it was right after I had a baby, but I was not in a good place.
Yeah, having a baby. Did you get postpartum, if you don't mind me asking?
Yes, I absolutely did. And I'm comfortable sharing this now, but it was to the point, because this was my second son, and when he was born, he had a condition called jaundice.
Okay.
So my baby's skin was like yellow.
Okay.
And I didn't get to breastfeed and like build the connection.
You had to be in the incubator.
Yes, and he had all these tests done, and like it just was so much to where I started getting angry. I became angry. So now it's like I don't even want to hold him. I feel guilty. I feel like I did something wrong. So I'm thankful for my partner for being there, because I disconnected, like I disassociated.
Yeah.
But then, because of the way our world works, they really don't give us time to be a mother. I had to go to work, and I had to put this mask on like I was ready, and I wasn't ready. So it turned into like high functioning depression.
Yeah.
And all the while I'm going through all this, I don't recognize myself. I'm 300 pounds. Like, I don't know who I am. And this is new for me, because I'm used to being healthy and fit, and now I'm having babies and I'm changing. And so when I had my accident, it happened so fast, but I ended up hitting my head on the steering wheel, and that's what made it split open. Had I not hit my head, I probably would have passed. Just because of the blood that trapped in my skull area. Yeah. So the doctor, he was like, oh, well, centimeters from fracturing your skull, you're gonna be okay. But because it opened, because when I was pregnant, I don't know if you heard like preeclampsia.
Yeah.
I had high blood pressure, all these things. I'm so thankful that I had that accident, because I needed to lose some of that blood. When you have high blood pressure, you're on your way to having a stroke. You're on your way to having some type of heart disease, anything. And that was the catalyst of me changing my life, having that accident. And I feel like even though it's traumatic and you was down and out, so it changed us.
It definitely did.
Like a little bit for the better. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like my situation, it kind of helped me a little bit more. Like I'm starting to become more social, because I was very antisocial. You know, I used to, do things, but it's starting to help me, because I realized being around people that actually love me,
love you,
has helped me come out of the dark place that I was in.
Yes.
After my surgery, before surgery, like going through what I was going through, I lost so much weight. I watched my hair fall out. I've watched me just change, like how I felt about interacting with people around me and everything. But I feel like that comes with the pressure that I was under. It's like, yes, I'm going through what I'm going through, but I feel like everybody around me was being so selfish, because they were worried about how they felt. And everybody kept telling me to be strong.
Come on.
But if you look at it, the times where everybody was telling me to be strong,
right,
that's where I should have been being more vulnerable.
Yes.
So the fact that everybody around me is so used to leaning on me,
right,
I felt like I was letting them down if I was being vulnerable.
Yes.
But it only messed me up.
Because I don't know, you're not weak. Weakness is not a bad thing. It's okay to be vulnerable, but we haven't seen that in our communities as much. We haven't seen it as often. We don't have really a lot of role models to teach us until we go through it ourselves. So I empathize with you with that, just because our stories are similar, even though they're not the same.
Right.
You said you had hair loss, being in a car accident, having your head split. I didn't have to shave it, but I ended up just taking some scissors and cutting it all off, because I watched my hair start falling out, because it's traumatic brain injury. So with that being said, now, and I know that you said you give a lot of love to your kids, because they were there to help you when you were down and out. And so now that you are in a position to where you're picking up the pieces, what are the types of things that are non-negotiables for you now? Being that you had to be down and out, being that you couldn't be as independent, now when you think about your boundaries and when you go out into these spaces and you're outside now, like, what do you put first when it comes to you?
Just everything, especially my feelings, because when you're in a situation where you have to depend on people, like I said, I'm a very independent person. So a lot of people were just taking it as, or like, oh, you're just being like, you're not trying to. At the end of the day, everything with people, whether it's good or bad, everything is based off of ego. Right? So with me, I've been doing everything by myself for so long. So I'm like, y'all have to understand, you know what I mean? I'm not used to this, I'm not used to having to depend on people. And then it's like, when you do things for people, it's like you have to wait until they want to do it. You have to wait until they're available. With myself, I can get up and do it. So now it's just like, I don't even care. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. As long as it's not stressing me out, if I need something to get done, I'm going to do it. I know that I have that freedom to move around. Even when I was going through what I was going through, I kind of pretty much rushed myself back into being ready, because I just couldn't do it.
Right.
I just couldn't do it.
I don't know why we be doing that. Like, I had surgery, and like the next day, I shouldn't be saying this, but I was trying to mount TVs on the wall. Like, girl, sit down. But sitting down is so uncomfortable sometimes.
Very much. After my surgery, the nurses helped me use the restroom and had to wipe me
Oh my gosh.
One time.
For you to be like.
And it was enough for me. Okay, so I got cut down my stomach. I had 17 staples.
My goodness.
And I didn't know that the cut was like that, because before surgery he marked me in like 3-4 different areas. So they were small, like little circles. So I'm thinking they're gonna do the little robotics, you know. Yeah. Okay. So for some weird reason, I just felt like I couldn't get up, and I'm like, I don't understand why. Right. So from the surgery, I had air in my stomach from getting cut open. So I couldn't pass gas. I couldn't have a bowel movement. Like, I could barely breathe. It felt like it was a weight holding my chest down. And I couldn't understand it. And I was just like, you know what? I was so uncomfortable, but having to be that, I was just like, this can't be life. Right. I'm like, I'm already laid up. I have an IV in my neck, an IV in my arm. I'm the type of person, I don't take medication at all. Right. So I'm here, drugged up, not even like, you know, I'm just like, what is going on here? So I said, you know what, I can't do this. So I made myself get out of that bed.
You had to.
I started practicing walking up the stairs. I have stairs in my house. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to have you, you know, I start walking around more. I start standing up straight. You know, in the process of, I really should have just like laid myself down. No. Like, what are you doing?
But can't stop. Won't stop.
That was just too much. It was entirely too much. In the process, I pulled a muscle in my stomach.
Girl, no.
While healing. So I was in so much pain. I ended up going back to the hospital. It was a lot.
But you pushed through that pain. Yeah. People sleep on the fact of how powerful the brain is. And if you can have the discipline to say, okay, I need to do this thing no matter how painful it is, you'd be surprised at how much you can accomplish. And just that little thought of like, I'm so uncomfortable, but I gotta do something. That was the start of your healing. That literally pushed you to have to heal and be the woman that you are now.
Yeah, that's why, like, with everything now, it's like people be like, oh, you're so nonchalant about stuff. And I just feel like if you haven't been through what I've been through, you can't tell me how I should feel about it.
At all.
In the process of me going through my cancer, I lost my stepdad to cancer. You know, I lost my father-in-law to cancer. I've been knowing both of those men since 17 and 18 years old. So I'm just sitting here like, oh my goodness, here it is. I get surgery in a few weeks, or I get surgery in a week, and I have cancer. And I'm like, this is too much, you know?
Right. I'll be the first to tell you, you do not look like what you've been through.
Thank you.
And you are a beautiful person.
Thank
but
you.
I just wish you all the best, because we are not going through this thing of life alone. And especially as women, which is the whole focal point, I wanted to, like, you know, hear more female voices, because sometimes as women we can feel isolated from each other, but then we're very similar in the things that we go through. So before we conclude, I have this question for all my guests. What is a huge misconception that people have about women that you feel like you could clarify or clear up? Things that people say about us or get wrong that you just feel like, nah.
Well, I'm going to just say for myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of women get this, because, I don't know, I have a natural resting bitch face.
Oh my, talk about the resting face.
So everybody thinks that, you know, we're just like difficult, confrontational. That's not the case, you know. A lot of people, a lot of women, we go through things that we, like you said, we keep to ourselves. We hold things up, so that creates a wall. That creates that, I don't know if I want to, you know, let you in. So the things that we go through put us in a defensive state. So not everybody can just be like, we're not angry. We're just careful. We're selective about what we are allowing to come to us. Like, that's people, energy, anything. So
that's a good one.
I would just say, before you judge a book by its cover, ask a question. Or try to read the last page at least. The first page, anything, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I know I look so mean sometimes.
No, I get
but
it.
when you speak to me, it's like, oh my God, you're like the sweetest person in the world. Like,
And who said we had to smile all the time anyway?
Yeah. I could be in a perfect mood and I'm just like
sitting there like,
like, listen.
I get it.
It be tough. So.
Well, thank you, Tijhera. I'm so glad that you came on to this platform.
Yeah, thanks for allowing me to cry.
I know, tissue and all, but it was a healing space, and we needed to hear your voice. And so anytime you want to come back, you are welcome, more than welcome.
I appreciate it.
So like I tell my rosebuds, when life gives you thorns, search for roses. Peace.
Thanks.